Hey you, so on this video, collect the coins you should be collecting. I'm going to be going over just that. I've had a few inquiries on individuals just stacking or individuals that have been in it for a long time that may want to get into a certain series now. So I'm going to go over my picks of collector coins I think an individual should be stacking and give my reasons as to why. The pros basically, and I've also been asked a few questions about a few other coins that I'll go into that I don't collect and reasons why. It would be great to hear from you guys watching this, what coins you have, collector coins you have that are doing well or you believe will do well and that you're stacking, you feel others should be stacking for whichever reasons. Go ahead and leave in the comments for why you believe they're great coins. But I'm gonna break straight into this, and I would start with the Queen's Beast series. I'd say for an individual getting into stacking or thinking about stacking collector coins, here's definitely where you want to be. You know, with the current market being where it is, I'll get this out of the camp soon. It's very stagnant at the moment. Just metal prices in general have tanked, which is fantastic buying opportunities for individuals wanting to pick up weight or even just more collector coins. Collector coins haven't taken a massive hit, but a lot of coins being released now, you can see some decent purchases to be made. So with the Queen's Beast series, it's done very well. You know, just like anything strong in the current weak market, or for individuals that would say they're all doomed, you know, none do well. You only need look back at even this coin I'm holding here in gold or silver, and it's appreciated beautifully. And that's in BU. You know, you have a range of other finishes that the Queen's Beast coins come in. So if you was just getting into stacking, depending on what you want to do it for, if you just want to complete a set, as a lot of individuals have recently contacted me asking about these, is it worth going back and picking up the lion and the griffin, for instance, as it's costing so much? I would say yes, because it is going to appreciate over time. But another thing I would say to be careful of is, I believe, just like the Perth Mint, the Royal Mint have a winner on their hands with the Queen's Beast. It's doing a lot better than some may think. You know, I've spoken to dealers and they're saying damn near this series alone is keeping a lot of, you know, life in the dead market currently. So they're not going to be ending this come, or if the Queen should tick over or they get to the end of it. So I believe they're going to carry this on for as long as possible. So you could technically be looking at a Royal Mint equivalent of a Lunar series, recycling the same motifs over and over again. So for someone like myself, I've taken that on board, and I may want to capitalize and cash out as soon as possible, or when I think is a peak on some of these designs, because, you know, but you never know, because the Royal Mint has a history of some of their first coins, i.e. the Peter Rabbit coin, still holding its premiums and selling for insane amounts, and then bringing out other variants all different years and them not doing as well as the first. So who knows? But if you're one of the lucky ones that stacked this coin in the beginning, a lot of the earlier coins, it's still not too late to get some, especially now. I believe on the secondary market, I was speaking with someone the other day and they're saying there's a lot of deals to be found, especially bidding on some of these Queen's Beast coins, the earlier ones like the Griffin and the Lion. But keep an eye on the Royal Mint bullion, as I mentioned in one of my videos, because they're always dipping in or out on what they decide to put the prices up on these. But I think it's a solid coin series, not forgetting that I believe we will get a, you know, a continuation. So we'll start back again with this Lion here over time once it comes to an end. So who knows what that will do to the first coins, the first one, so you know, series one's Queen's Beast. But it can only work out well. But they're doing very well, especially in the bullion. Highly liked. It has worldwide recognition. For me, since I've been collecting from the Royal Mint, I would say easily the best that they've had to offer as of recent for such a large range. And another fantastic thing about the Queen's Beast coins that separate them from damn near all the coins I'm going to be mentioning is that on a yearly basis, they release 2 issues. Now, for a lot of people doing collector coins, some of the complaints are how long we have to wait, whether it's the Perth Mint releases or anybody else. You could be waiting a very long time for the next coin to come out within a space of a year. But whereas with these guys, you'll be getting 2 releases a year, so it's the wait in between coins ain't too bad. So that can add, you know, for the anxious and those that just want to get their teeth sunk into, and it can help complete a series a lot sooner. You know, something like the Perth Mint Lunars And even by the look of things, the Rwandan guys, you're going to be looking up to 12 years for that to complete. Whereas with this, you can have a set complete within 5 years, as they're doing 2 a year, and there's 10 in total. And, you know, in terms of flipping or whatever, you can see what that's going to do. So with a very strong start currently, I think it's definitely something anybody wanting to get into collector coins or into collector coins should definitely be jumping on board with. It's a crowd favorite. They've done very well with this coin. Or should I say this series. So that's going to be the Queen's Beast series. Is going to be one of the first collector coins I feel everybody should be stacking if they're going to be getting into collector coins. Now, the next coin series I'm going to be getting into is going to be these nautical coins from the Rwandan guys. Now, this is a very strong series. They first came out with, the guys that do these, came out with the Rwandan Lunar series. And they went off to a very strong start with the Rusas, I'll be getting into. But then we had this one here, the Nautical series, come along. And from what I've personally seen, it seems to be a stronger series than the Rwanda Lunar series. Mainly because it was a very striking, nice design. It can be nautical themed, which is a hit or miss for others, but I believe their designs were very nice. They've done very good designs on this. A plus side for those on the heavier side when stacking is they kept the golds to 100, which I believe worked in its favor over a long period of time, and they've kept the rest of the other models. So the silver proof is still 1000, and then the BU's unlimited, but they also seem to be appreciating nicely. So it's definitely another series you definitely want to be getting into. If we're talking nautical series, there's not many that I personally know of, but I don't think any have done as good. It would be fantastic to hear if individuals know of any that are doing well. These were selling for insane amounts. The silver proofs and these golds increased in value a lot. You know, dealers were paying a handsome profit to get this coin back. I did cash out quite a few of these and I'm left with what I have. So it's definitely a series. It's not going to be too hard to backtrack if you're getting into the BUs, you know. A lot with the Rwandan guys that are doing these coins. I believe it's the Perth Mint. You have the dilemma of where you want to take your coins out of the plastic pouch or not. As you can see, I still have some mine in there in the background, so it's all down to the individual and what your approach is. But this is definitely a series you want to be getting into with a fantastic mintage and model. It's the Nautical series. If you're looking at anything from the guys that do the Rwandan series coins, I'll tell you now, from what I've seen, the Nautical series is edged ahead of the Lunar series, so that can be good or bad. There is technically no end to this, so they can be going on forever and ever. The golds are still at 100, are very appealing. So I'm still waiting on my second ship to come in, so I'll do an unboxing of that when it does touch down. And now next, I'm going to say from the same camp is going to be the Rwandan Lunar series. Now, it's no secret, I totally love this coin series. Stunning images, stunning design. I think there's a lot of potential here. For me, as I've done a video recently, I think Perth dropped the ball on their Perth Mint Lunars as it's come to a completion, so we are where we are with it. And I just feel like this is the series to be into, that's going to be offering a lot more for an individual getting into these coins. It's a lot more radical. I feel that it's gonna, well, it has got a lot more potential within it. It's something the new Lunar kid on the block. Every mint and their mother's doing a Lunar coin, but these ones seem to have taken off strong and are doing very strong. So as with the Nauticals, you're getting them in the BU, as you can see here. With the golds, again, for the heavy hitters, you have them, the first coin started off at 100. I believe we're on the third coin now, the pig, at the time of release of this video. So from the dog and the pig, it went up to 188. So we don't know whether it will stay at those numbers on the gold, but who knows what's going to do, what that's going to do in the future. But for early takeoff, it's done fantastic for the gold. So for individuals that was mentioning that once upon a time, you know, go ahead and put yours up and test the waters. But definitely a series you want to be getting into. I feel this offers a lot more opportunities than the Perth. The Perth is more well known, has a lot more worldwide appeal, but in terms of returns, or if you want to see some type of a big profit, I don't believe it's there purely because of the mintage numbers. I've done a video on that previously for individuals that may want to check that out. So that's going to be the third series I think every collector should be involved in, and that's going to be the Rwandan Lunar series. All of these coins I mentioned is my own personal opinion. I've done well on them, so I'm speaking from my own personal experience, and I think an individual could do well on them. All the BUs or the coins I'm mentioning right now seem to have been appreciating nicely and are doing well. A lot of individuals have told me they've been able to flip these coins easily, and I think they've got a lot of promise in them. You know, with the thousands of collector coins out there, all the ones I'm mentioning right now are either doing extremely well, have a track record of doing extremely well, or I think can do extremely well for an individual. So getting on to the last coins that I'm going to be mentioning, it's going to be the Perth Mint 50,000 mintage and below. So that's going to be starting off with these. If I can get this bad boy popped open, Dragon and Phoenix coins. Now they came out with this one. I'm not sure if it was the first coin they done on a low mintage. I know they done their Perth Mint Lunars on lower mintages, but on this Dragon Phoenix coin, it had a mintage of 50,000. You know, it was real good. It worked out fantastically. This coin took off flying, still selling for handsome premiums. You know, for an individual backtracking, it can still be picked up for a decent price if you're out there. I believe they've just released not too long now Tiger Dragon, so it is a continuation of the series. We don't know what we're going to be getting next, whether it'll be another Phoenix and another animal or Dragon and another animal. But this is a very, very strong coin. For a collector coin, it's not something that's taken a hit since it's come out. Nothing that I've been speaking on has been released and gone down in value. If anything, they've gone up, and that's what you want to see. Whether you capitalize and when you capitalize is a different story, but currently none of them have been able to be purchased lower than their initial sell price. Of course, there's a secondary market, but who knows what each individual seller is going through at the time. So all very strong coins. Now I said 50k and below, so you have the Dragon Phoenix and the Dragon Tiger at 50,000k. I believe these are fantastic coins you want to be in. And also from the Perth Mint stable, you have the Swan Coins, which I think have the lowest from the 50k and below. They have a mintage of 25,000. I had those, I flipped them. I saw a better opportunity, but I think these are fantastic coins also to be involved in. They've gone up handsomely, very handsomely. I think over time, as the series goes on, it's only going to appreciate. So definitely another coin every collector should be looking at in terms of collector coins. And then you have the Emu Coin from the Perth Mint, also on the lower. I believe they're 30k mintage. Don't hold me to that, but I believe they're 30,000. Another fantastic coin from them. Now the best appeal on those coins, all very strong designs by the Emu, my own personal opinion, is their mintage and coming from the Perth Mint. Perth Mint's renowned for outstanding quality. You know, everything they release comes in a capsule, so they go that extra mile on all their collector coins. It's a very strong name to have, so it's a shame what I'm going to be talking about now on their Kookaburras and their Lunar series, they don't bring their numbers down. I personally don't feel they will, but anything's possible. But I think with these coins, when you're comparing them to what they currently have, the roster they currently have, when you're talking, I don't know, the kangaroos, they've been really mucking around with that. No, sorry, the koalas. They're really, you know, they're fidgeting about, testing the waters on the mintage there. But personally, I don't believe it was a very strong series. So that could be an exception, as they brought the mintage up. They've had no mintage, and they brought the mintage down. Then they're doing a 2-ounce variant. But I think these 50k and lower coins offer a lot more opportunities than something like the 500,000 Kookaburras and the 300,000 Lunar coins. So I think in the long run, for an individual getting in now, it's not too late. They've all been released within the past 18 months time of release of this video, and I think they offer better opportunities moving forward. A lot of the mints are going to be adjusting their mintages, I personally believe, to these lower mintages, as they offer better opportunities and they're more appealing. So, you know, for them it's just lower the mintage and increase more new designs, who knows. But I feel like these are coins you can't really go wrong with over time, as they appreciate and more coins come out. They're all still very young time of release of this video, so I think these are great opportunities for individuals looking for any collector coins to get into. Now, once again, my own personal opinions, would be great to hear from individuals which coins they have or have seen that would also be great to get into in the comments. Now, to touch upon, as I wrap this up, a few coins some individuals have asked me about, and that would be the Chinese pandas. You know, I've been asked as to why I don't really stack them. I do have some pandas, and they was purchased off a friend. I believe he found a few fakes in there and just wanted them gone. And I left at that. I didn't get into the Chinese pandas purely because of the mintages and the amount of fakes that come out from China. It's already warning flags just moving them about. So on the secondary market, you've got another hurdle to go over, as a lot of individuals could be rather cautious there. And I just didn't really like the mintages on them when I got into the whole collector game thing. A lot of the earlier pandas, and I know the fractional golds, have done fantastic. By no means am I saying they're bad. It just didn't work out for me. Me personally, I didn't want to get into them. I just saw them as too much of a hassle. I've done a video on the precious metal verifier showing fakes and the likes of, and giving the stories there. So I never personally got into them. I still have the coins that I showed on the video when I was still going through the precious metal verifier, and I've left that. I haven't added on to my pandas. It's not, from what I've seen and them changing their weights, it's nothing that I'll be getting to in the future. So I'm more than happy doing that. I haven't seen nothing massive happen over there that's made me think, let me go see what's happening. And then the next coin series I never really got into also was the Somalian elephant coins. Now with those, I did do my first ever video, was the kilo Somalian elephant coin, silver kilo, and I really do like their designs. The issue I have with those is, I believe it's one of those companies, or the guys that do them, is they're like an in-betweener coin. I wouldn't say they're a private mint like the Scottsdale. They have earlier designs that have appreciated nicely, but I feel their quality let them down. And they was one of the first mints to do the uber rare limited editions. I believe they brought certain gold coins out with like an edition of 10. Now in that sense, I believe that's where having a very low mintage can work against you, and there was a prime example, whereas some individuals never even knew these coins were out. And, you know, I like to look at them like the Hublot of the stacking world. Everything they release is a limited edition. So their gimmick was limited edition and just went crazy with it, and I think it hurt them than helped them. So everything they can do, you'll find a limited edition of 1,000. You know, if everything's a limited edition, it's basically, you know, your bog standard. And their quality on the silvers was very bad. You know, you're paying a premium for these coins, and they had a rep matching the Royal Canadian Mint when it came to melt spots, and these are premium coins, not, well, premium bullion and silver. So they were very, very bad in quality, and just a few of those issues. But once again, it wasn't personally for me, but I know they have done fantastically well for others. But I left it at the kilo coin I had. I think those are all gone now, the puzzle kilo coins that I owned. That was that. They done handsomely, but I think they are stunning designs. I do really like the elephant designs way better than the panda designs, and it's a shame really, because I wouldn't say they're bad. They've got a couple of coins out now, you know, they do appreciate, but it's nothing that really tickles my fancy, so I did kind of swerve them. But I do really like the designs. I always pay attention to what they've got out whenever they do drop. It's one of those designs I always want to see. But I wouldn't mind picking up another coin that they do, an anniversary edition with all the designs on it. So we'll see how that goes. But those are two that I personally didn't get into, but it'd be great to hear from individuals that did and how well it's done for them and what they believe it's going to do. So I'm going to wrap this one up. So once again, individuals can leave in the comments how well their picks are done, or what picks they feel other individuals should be involved in. That would be great to hear. So go ahead and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Hate or love it, it'd be fantastic to know what you guys think of this video. And I'll catch you guys on the rebound.